To most people, a video game is simply a point and click simulator. However, a true good video game has several key components. First of all, a main character in which you see the eyes of the story through. You also have the story itself, all the additional subplots, all the people you meet, all the bosses you face, all the journeys and adventures you go on, and also all the information and knowledge that you gain, etc. However, a lot of those video game characteristics also relates over to our real lives. And through that too, we are also the main character of our lives. Therefore, each one of our video games, quote quote, is unique to the individual. Today, I feel like a lot of times people always try to be a part of a group, and that's not always a bad thing. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people go way too far and beyond to be a part of a group, and therefore end up losing a little bit of themselves in the process. Like a video game, my life has been a crazy journey. There have been a lot of crazy happy moments, a lot of very sad moments, a lot of amazing people that I met, people that I didn't like, etc. There has been a lot that has happened. However, through all the bright and dark times, I can still look back to my journey as a reflection to really see who I am today. As I said before, you are the only one that can see your journey or your life to say. You are the main character of that video game. You're the only one that I can see it and experience the way that you have. At the start of my so-called video game, it was very easy. I had a very good, had a lot of really happy, good moments throughout that beginning of my game. However, those good times don't last forever, and I did reach a very dark time where I completely regressed from my forward progress. So starting out when I was a kid, I had life amazingly. I had very good parents that spoiled me to death, gave me what I wanted, allowed me to do the things I wanted to do, took me to Disney World several times. I got everything that I ever wanted. I had a crazy little brother who I loved, who drove me nuts, and I loved him a lot too. I also had a lot of really good friends that I made, and I was able to have a really fun, active social life, which I really enjoyed. At the same time, I grew so many different passions that I loved. I grew my passion for football, for playing football, for collecting football cards, for playing video games, for going to school, for simply just learning. This time was really a big time for me to grow and experience a lot of new different things that I end up loving. However, a lot of those a lot of that changed going into high school. This is the part of my video game where I say that I met the biggest boss of my life. This is the part where I completely stopped moving forward and I went backwards. I tried many times throughout high school to go push past that boss, but I never could at the time. Going into high school, I went to a completely different area of the county. Most of all my friends that I made throughout elementary school and middle school, they all left. So I was kind of like an outcast at my school because most of all the other kids at my high school all came from the same school, so they all knew each other. Also at that point too, I entered a very deep and toxic mindset within myself. My physical, my mental, my social, my emotional health all went tumbling downwards badly. In terms of physical health, I became severely overweight in 10th grade, reaching 270 pounds. I also didn't care what I ate. I was eating the things you shouldn't be eating 3 times a day. No exercise, wasn't showering, wasn't shaving, wasn't brushing my teeth. I just lost complete control of myself. In terms of social my social health, I stopped talking to people. I let my appearance and my confidence dip to all-time lows, therefore leading me to become almost like a social hermit. I didn't want to talk to people. If I had the opportunity to not talk to people, I would take it. And after school, I would just sit in my room all day long and do nothing. In terms of my mental health, I had a lot of different breakdowns. I had a very dark mindset. I had some very extreme thoughts throughout high school, and overall, it was just a really awful experience. The thing that sucks too is that I knew deep down that that wasn't a good thing to have, but I still let it happen. I wasn't powerful enough to push past that at all. However, even though we may experience a big setback in a video game, there's always something that happens that triggers us to push past that big boss. And that finally happened to me going into my 12th grade year. So at the start of 12th grade, that was when the COVID pandemic first really started to ravage the world. So I decided to make a mission to myself to actually get myself off the couch and change my life for the good. I first decided, since my confidence was at an all-time low, I decided to work on my weight and my appearance first. I started small, but eventually I started losing, 10, about 8 to 10 pounds a month. And that really propelled me to keep on pushing forward. I was finally seeing results in the right direction, and that just caused me to work even harder and within a year I lost close to over 100 pounds in that 1 year of high school. After that, my confidence, my appearance was amazing. I felt truly amazing, and that prompted me to do a lot more other things. I decided to go get a job at a grocery store, and that was more so not to give me a new sense of pride and purpose, but also to work on my social skills since they were so disorganized and broken throughout high school. At the grocery store, I had to talk to customers, talk to coworkers, talk to bosses, etc. So I had to talk a lot. Something that I was not good at. However, being there for a few months at the start really helped me to develop a good social, really good social skills that I can use in any aspect of my life. And I thank my place of work so much that I'm still there today. That I really think they changed myself for the better and maybe into a lot more back into a very sociable person. And ever since then too, starting here at Wig Tech, I have felt really, really, really good. Mentally, I felt like I've gone back to who I was as a person. I felt like I was able to go back to the happy kid that I was back, growing up. I was a lot more social, it's a lot more interactive, wanted to do things. I truly felt like I was going back to my normal self. And so now today, my journey, my video game so-called is far from over. There's still a lot more I have left to go through, but I'm happy to say that I can positively look back at all my experiences throughout my life and really be proud of the person I am today. I can confidently say now today, that I'm a person who loves to talk, who loves to be people, who loves to do things, just likes to be active and just have fun. And for high school, I completely lost that person. That was like a complete reversal of my life so far. But being able to gain that back has been absolutely incredible. And I'm truly happy that I was able to finally combat my boss and beat it and keep moving forward. So now I want the audience here to take a few moments. I'll stop talking in a minute to really look back at all their previous life experiences and really determine what events shaped you into the person you are today. So after looking through, all your previous life experiences, I want you to really be proud of the person that you are today. Remember, my big thing is that I want you to gain a sense of uniqueness out of this. I want you to be proud of the unique individual that you are today. All right? Because the big thing is, if you're not truly happy with who you are, your life is going to be miserable. The whole purpose is to be happy, to be you. If you're trying to be like someone else, be like a group, you're losing yourself, and in the end, you're not going to end up as happy. I want everyone here to be proud of the person that they become today. I want you to walk out of here and celebrate who you are. You know, be a rock star. Do what you want to do. I just want you to get out there and just celebrate the amazing person that you are today. And just know that being unique in today's world is definitely okay. Thank you for listening.